What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Nucypher. I do believe that it deserves an update after what we've seen happen with Nucypher. So we will be taking a look at the price action, guys. I'm going to give you guys my opinion and possibly a new price prediction here for the intermediate time frame for a Nucypher. So stick around so you don't miss it. Definitely join us here if you're new, man. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join an awesome growing crypto community on YouTube. Smash that like button, man. It really does help out a lot. I really appreciate the support very much. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right on into the update. All right, guys. So if you did not, you can go and check out my live stream for Nucypher. It's a really long live stream, guys. But what I did is I got on the live stream for like the first 45 minutes, and then I let it go all day with some trade signals on there for everybody to hang out and talk crypto and watch the trade signals. But then I got back on the live stream later on that day and gave you guys my opinion. Now, I was telling all you guys, if you remember the live stream, it's got almost 9,000 views right now. If you remember the live stream, man, I was telling everybody up here, I was like, look, this is a good time. Something is up 500% or, hundreds of percent. It's a good time to be thinking about taking out your initial investment if you're up a considerable amount and taking profits. Obviously, I can't give you financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Invest at your own risk, blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on, man. Disclaimers everywhere, man. Disclaimers everywhere. But what I can do is give you guys my opinion based on my experience and based on the charts. And, we've seen a nice period of consolidation so far for Nucypher, right? So far, really decent consolidation here. We consolidated all the way back down to our current support at around $1.10, which I have a trend line drawn in here. And you can see what we're looking at here, guys. What we're going to do is drop it down on the hourly just to confirm this pattern. Let's get a look at our touches here. Like I said, guys, this is not financial advice, but look at this. So I am cutting through some of this, guys. I talked about this in my live stream as well. I believe this is FOMO right here. A lot of this right here, a lot of the price, the buying and selling happening right up here, especially this buying here, this pump up above this resistance line. I consider this FOMO. You guys know if you watch the channel, I don't mind cutting through some full body candles or wicks. I really cutting through wicks is okay. It's not usually a good thing to cut through full body candles, in my opinion, when you're doing technical analysis. But in this case, to be more accurate, I believe it is. I believe it's necessary because if you look, we line up perfectly here in this consolidation with our touches. We got these touches here and these touches here, and then we also line up down here with some resistance as well. So it just makes sense, because if we were to not cut through this FOMO-y stuff right here, then it just wouldn't line up as good and it wouldn't make as much sense to me. So that is why I'm cutting through those candles there, just in case anybody is wondering. And if we bring out our price tool here, you can see that from the top here to the current price action right now, we've actually seen a pullback of close to 60%, guys. So when I was telling you guys to take out your initial investment up here, like, I mean, or take some profits, it would have been a wise choice, because then you could have bought down here, 60% lower than the current price where you sold, which would be a great trade right here, because I do believe it's looking like Nucypher is ready, guys. I do believe we've consolidated here, and it does look like it's holding the support. Now, I'm going to give you guys the bearish and bullish case scenario as usual, so that you guys can formulate your own decisions here on what to do. But based on the chart, it does look like we are through consolidating. We're squeezing down here in between support and resistance, right? The only thing left to do now is either break to the upside or the downside. And to figure that out, guys, I'm going to point out a couple of things. The first thing I want to point out, to pinpoint whether we're going to break to the upside or the downside, the first thing I'd like to point out is this break right here that we had on the hourly right here, guys. I know we're seeing a little pullback right now on this hourly candle, but what I want to point out is this break right here, guys, because this is pretty significant. This is a beautiful hold of this support at $1.10. Also, you're breaking above this least squares moving average, the LSMA moving average, which is this blue line here. You just broke above that. If that holds, this is usually a good indicator that you're going to turn around. Once you break above this line, it's usually a good indicator you're going to turn around, especially if we break it down to the shorter term time frames. But in this case, we are holding our support very nicely at $1.10 approximately, and it's looking decent. So I do have a possible measure move in here, guys. This is simply a measure move of the width of this current descending wedge pattern that you're in during this period of consolidation for Nucypher. And for Nucypher, this price target gets you up here. If we break out here soon, which we are closing in on the tip of this pattern, guys, so we would have to break out here soon. This is going to get you up here around $2.05. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this area before for Nucypher, but we'll go ahead and put in a price target there at about $2 and close to 5 cents. So 205 looking like the breakout target to the upside for this. Now, I do want to point this out, guys. There are resistance levels on the way up. One of them being about $1.40, really $1.35 to $1.40, and then up here at about $1.75 as well. There's resistance on the way up, right, to be tested. We might see some small pullbacks along the way. We're not just going to go up in a straight line unless we do something like this, unless Nucypher has another pop off like it had before, and we do just go up in a straight line, because that's literally what happened here. But I do want to point this out, guys. With my indicator pulled up here, we are trading out below this indicator. Typically you would think this would be bearish, but in this case with Nucypher, I'm not exactly so bearish. I will point out some downside targets if we break this support at $1.10 next. So don't go anywhere, stick around for that. But in this case, I'm not totally bearish on this, just because of the fact that you're holding support and isolate $1.10. Now, if that does break, then then we might come lower. So the first thing I'm going to do is point out some downside targets here and support levels to look at. And the only way we're going to do this, because this did go up in such a straight line, the only way we're going to be able to go back in the previous price action and look for areas of support and resistance is by dropping it down to the short-term time frame. So stick around, guys, so you don't miss out on this, just in case we do break $1.10, see where we're going to go. First thing I want to point out, though, here on the hourly, before we drop it to the shorter-term time frames, our moving average coming up right here is at about 98 cents. So we could potentially just have a small pullback below $1.10 to about 98, get a nice bounce down here off our moving average, and get back up and reclaim our support above $1.10. But I would like to go ahead and point out some other areas by dropping it down to the shorter term time frame. So first, let's drop it to the 15, see what we can look at over here and see as far as possible support. See what I mean? When we drop it down to the shorter term time frames, you can get a better idea. It doesn't look like it just went up in a straight line. You do have periods of consolidation here on the shorter term, which would give us possible areas to look at for support here in the current price action. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put in some lines here. The first one down here, if we break $1.10, obviously, I said 98 cents there is our moving average. That could give us some support. We also have about 80 cents right there as that previous resistance could be support. And then we have previous support down here at about 67 cents. Okay. Those two areas right there would be good areas to look at if we see Nucypher break $1.10 support. The first one being our moving average on the hourly, which is around 98 cents, and then we could come on down to possibly 80 cents to 67 cents down here would be the downside target. Now, you could say you could put this measured move in to the downside, but I do believe there's too many levels of support to hold us up. We're not going to go that far down, right? That would send us all the way back down to where we were at pre-breakout, right? So I don't believe that's going to happen, but we'll leave this target of $2.05 up here for the upside, and then we'll keep an eye on around 80 cents, 98 cents, and 67 cents as our downside levels of support for Nucypher. Also, guys, there is always the possibility that, we could just come up here and not break significantly either way. There is always the possibility that we could trade out sideways here, guys. Trade out and invalidate this pattern, right? That would totally invalidate this, but it would still be a good thing. Okay, so even if we do trade out sideways, we don't actually get a nice break to the one way or the other. Trading out sideways would actually be better in this case than, falling down here to our support levels, because if we trade out sideways, we would likely get back up above this indicator, which would put us back up here in the green. So right now we're in the period of consolidation. We're in the buying zone down here. So even if we were to trade out sideways here and hold that support at $1.10, that would still be bullish, because for a coin that was just trading at like 20, 30 cents or whatever, for it to be holding support at $1.10 after an enormous breakout and consolidation, that's still pretty bullish in my opinion. And, we have some good things happening with Nucypher. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick update on Nucypher. Don't forget to join us here by smashing that subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, give this video a like. It really helps out a ton. Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.